South Africa are 280 for 6. Midway, the final session on the second day's play of the first test match between South Africa and West Indies. Remind you that only 15 overs were bowled yesterday. 76 overs have been bowled so far today, and West Indies have picked up 5 wickets for 235 runs. So 5 wickets for 235 runs from the 76 overs that have been bowled today. Hello everyone, welcome to our live watch along that will take us to the close of play on today's second day. I thank you for being here. Gudakesh Motie is it that will take up the bowling from the pavilion end. As the last wicket to go was that of the South African captain, Temba Bavuma, leg before for 86 to Jayden Seals. Motie round the wicket short and it pulled away by Mulder for 6 runs. So that was short, another long up from Gudakesh Motie, and it pulled away over square leg for 6 runs. So Motie has definitely not been bowling well in this match up to this point. That was short and it was pulled away. And Mulder batting at number 8 is no mug with the bat because he oftentimes bats at number 6 in this South African lineup. But they lengthened the batting lineup and bringing in Rickelton, and so he batted at number 6 before leg before for Kemar just after the tea. Motie bowled Mulder and he turned this away through mid-wicket. They gone for a single, and that will now push the score up to 287 for 6. We are in over number 92. So just going through the scorecard quickly because persons joining us all the time. Persons getting update all the time. Markram made 9. Zorzi made 78. Stubbs made 20. We just pause there as Motie comes in. Round the wicket, bowl to the wicket keeper. His name is, I soon tell you his name is Verreynne. Verreynne, I think his name is Verreynne. So Verreynne faces up to Motie, turns that into the onside. Again, there is no run. So let's go through. So Aiden Markram was out bowled yesterday by Jason Holder just before the break. And after that, the shower came. Motie comes in, bowl to Verreynne, and he's forward, turn it behind square. It's going to run very close towards the backward square leg boundary, but Roach comes off the boundary, sends the return in. Batsmen come back for 2. So 2 more to the total. That will push it up now to 289 for 6. Then today, the first wicket to go was Stubbs. Brilliantly caught by Jason Holder, low down to his left side, not Jason Holder, lazy Holder. Bowls to Verreynne, that's Motie, and he strokes it to the book, extra cover, and they run. Then Stubbs caught low down his left for 20. Then Tony the Zorzi went to reverse sweep Warrican and was caught by Hodge. At first, the ball came off the back of the bat. Bedingham got a short one from Seals and pulled it to Keacy Carty coming off the backward square leg boundary, who took a brilliant catch. Very low down, good technique shown by Carty, and Bedingham was out caught by Carty, ball Seals for 29. As I said, after team, was for Roach for 19, and the captain, Temba was at 86, delivered 7 overs, 1-6. Was leg for missing a full toss as he looks to play towards midway. So Jason will be switched around. So they're trying their best to get overs from Jason. The only issue I have with the West Indies bowling today was Jason bowling only 3 overs between lunch and tea. You wonder, I keep on saying Jason Holder, getting to that it is lazy Holder. I'm forgetting that it is laser Holder. So laser Holder coming from commentary box end, and he will be bowling to Mulder. There's 2 slipper on the backward point, a cover and a middle as lazy Holder makes his way in. Over the wicket, ball to the defense out into the offside, and so there's a very short point. The fielder is dead on point, so that's the short point there. West Indies, I really think West Indies done well. 289 for 6. Remind you that Warrican dropped Rickelton off his own bowling when I think he was on 4. So, and that would have been make it even more interesting. But South Africa, although they put together some partnership, lazy older bowled to Mulder, and he guides this down to the man at backward point, and there is no run. So there's 2 slips, backward point, a man dead on point, that's dead on the popping crease, square at the popping crease, a cover, and a mid-off. So that's the 6 fielders on the offside. I believe there's a man also on a square third man boundary, but I am not seeing him. I'm just going from belief. I can't tell you for sure. There's a mid-on and there's a mid-off. Let's watch now as lazy older comes in now to Mulder. He's up, ball to Mulder, and Mulder defends out into the offside, and there is no run. So bowling for the West Indies, Kemar Roach, 18 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 52. Jayden Seals, 20 overs, 5 maiden, 2 for 49. Overs, no maiden, 90, none for 90. Lazy older is in his 15th over, 4 maidens, 1 for 49. Jomel, 14 overs, 2 maiden, 1 for 43. Kraigg Brathwaite twirl is on for 3 overs. Alick Athanaze for 1. Only both 3 between lunch and tea. That's the only reason. And that's when the pressure, just at that point when you expect lazy older to get in some overs so that Seals and Roach can be fresh to bowl the new ball. Because older wasn't able to bowl, and so Brathwaite had to bowl 4 overs of lollipop to get the team up to tea. Nonetheless, we are back on track. And this older is bowling to Mulder. In come over to wicket, ball to Mulder, and Mulder open the face of the bat, guide it down to backward point. This is a good over from the older. 4 deliveries far, so he's keeping it very tight. The score remains 289 for 6. So this is not bad at all. I think all the West Indies bowlers, they just work in some time because lazy older on the ball 3 over lunch and tea. But all the 5 bowlers, Motie older and can bowl well. Over the wicket come older, bowl to Mulder, who defends down the onside of the pitch, and lazy older field in his follow through, and there is no run. So the score remains at 289 for 6 after 92 overs. I thank you very much for joining me as we look to take the West Indies to close. Hopefully, it's a good situation right now for the West Indies because you want to bowl out South Africa this evening. You don't want them to be batting tomorrow morning. And at the same time, you do not really want to go and bat for 20, 30 minutes. Hopefully, if we go and bat for 20, 30 minutes, the opener will be able to see it through. Envoy, I'm glad you are here, man. Glad you are here. You are the only South African here. You need to get some more South African. Very happy with West Indies' performance last session. I am sure the West Indies fans can agree. Yes, as I said, I am very happy with the performance. The only issue I have though is that I think if lazy older was able to bowl 4 overs that Brathwaite and Athanaze bowled, then we would have even intensified the pressure more. But between lunch and tea, lazy older could only bowl 3 overs. Lancel Blake, big up man, nice to have you here. Good to see you. Good to see you here, man. You're always here. And I agree. Energy equal wickets. It happens so time. If you have the energy, you will get the wickets. Collis Richard is saying anything 50, I was very worried about West Indies standing in this match because they tend to away their wickets. But 350 will score in any cricket, you know, and 350 we'll have to bat well. We will really need to bat well. A matter of fact, at 289 we need to bat well, and we can only hope that the batting stood up. With our Motie is the one who's going to bat at 8. There are Motie, Roach, Seals, and Warrican. So Motie is going to bat at 8. So it's a very long tail. Old average 21 batting at number 6. And then Joshua the Silva averaging also in the 20s. So older bold. Oh, that was the review. That was the review of Markram. Coming back from the drinks break. So we'll have to bat well, and we hope that the tail, not batsmen will contribute, but the tail will also contribute. No way older new nickname is lazy older, bro. No way. Well, Athanaze said it's a nice one. Athanaze said it's a nice one. So let's see, you know, so it's good. It's good. Athanaze, how you doing, Mrs. Brown? Thank you very much. You're not around, let's see you, Mrs. Brown. You're not coming around, come around, let's come around, Mrs. Brown. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so Athanaze I think is a nice one, and I don't think so, but it's okay. It's part of Caribbean culture, you know, to give people nicknames and to be called nicknames. I remember when I was a little boy and they used to call me a nickname, and I used to cry. Every time they call me my nickname, I used to cry. I'm not gonna tell you what it is though, because I don't want you to call me and I start crying. But if you don't know when I was a little boy, you're not going to know it. But nicknames is a part of Caribbean culture. So we are about to start after the drinks break. South Africa 289 for 6. Thank you all for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you here. Please slash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're watching from a phone or you're watching from a laptop or a tablet. The thumbs up button just below this screen, just click on it. It's free to subscribe. You click on the ones. And please also donate to our hurricane relief effort. The link is scrolled across the bottom of the screen. Motie bowl short to Verreynne, but he cannot pierce the Verreynne, and he cannot pierce the gap, go straight to the man at backward point, and there is no run. So the score remains 289 for 6. Motie bowl to Verreynne onto the front foot, open the face of the bat, goes down to backward point again, and there is no run. The score remains 289 for 6. Thank you very much, Athanaze. Yes, Motie to Verreynne, down the pitch, take it on full toss, clipped it away, down halfway towards the backward square leg boundary, who sends the return into the Silva, and they go through for 1. South Africa 290 for 6. The match is still in the balance, but definitely West Indies will have to bat well, especially Motie balls to Mulder. He defends out into the onside, and there is no run. Motie again to Mulder, taken on the pad, loud appeal. He's out, Mulder is out. Motie got the break to immediately Mulder review it. He thinks he plays it. This is going to be very interesting. So Motie ball to him, he takes him on the pad. He was playing long forward. He reviewed it right away. He believes that he got some inside edge onto the bat. The umpire on the West Indies team believes it is back onto pad. So it's going to be very interesting. Here it is. Comes in. Wow. Okay. Let me see that again. That's interesting because it looks like it's bat first. So he reviewed it right away, so you could tell that it is bat first. But sometimes these batsmen get it. All right, so Collins Richardson is agreeing with the name. Bold, Motie bowls to it out into the outside, and there is no run. Envoy, you were open, Envoy. You were hoping that it was an inside end. So let's take Collins Richardson coming. With your first ball of a test series being a wicket, Lazy Older should have been the leader of the attack this series. He started high energy, so I agree with the name. Couldn't have said it better, Collins Richardson. First ball of a series, getting a wicket. And the fact is, Collins, Lazy Older has been bowling very well. But because he's lazy, because he's overweight, because he's unfit, he cannot bowl more than 3 over spell. So they are trying their best to get him to bowl more than 3 over. So they gave him 3 over from one end and then switch him to the other end. He has 2 over break. So let's see how he will bowl in this spell. So probably this is the last one as we watch Older comes in now. He bowls to Verreynne, and Verreynne drives this to the man at cover, and there is no run. The score remains 290 for 6. So 290 for 6 is the score. Older in his 16th over. His 16th over, Mulder and Verreynne at the crease. Verreynne not out 24. Mulder not out 14 from 21. And as I have said, Mulder batted number 6 for South Africa and number for Cajun. Older ball to Verreynne and he defends, plays it out into the offside. Verreynne, and there is no run. So I was making the point earlier that although South Africa is 290 for 6, at no time they never really got away from the West Indies bowlers. The West Indies bowlers stuck to their task in Toronto. Partnership to bat West Indies out of the game because the bowlers stuck to their task. There were some good feeling on, and instead of sliding or getting his body behind the ball, he decided to just put down his foot and run away for 4. That was the said the umpire, this is going to be very interesting. It came back sharply, and they are not interested in the review. Maybe an inside edge, but it jogged back very sharply. This is very good from Older. That one really came back sharply. Let's watch the replay. Maybe an inside edge. It came back sharp. Yes, a big inside edge onto the pad. Stifled appeal. Not outside the good. He knew it. Someone told him inside edge. Older took Verreynne drive, peel off the outside edge to backward point. Good effort there by the field at backward point, who made another brilliant stop. The score remains 290 for 6. So Older is in his 16th over, 1 for 39, going for less than 3 runs per over. He and not counting Kraigg, Brathwaite and Athanaze, who just bowl those overs just to help out Lazy Older, but he's back into the attack now. I'm talking about the 5 main bowlers. He and Jayden Seals have been the most economical. As Older comes in, 2 slips go down, bowl to Verreynne, and he drive, cannot beat cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 290 for 6. 290 over. Is that the end of the over? One delivery to come. I'm not quite seeing it. Is it one to come or is it the end of the over? So Verreynne drive and the man at point there made this up the field, and so the score remains at 290 for 6. It must be the end of the over. So I would like, yes, it's the end of the over. Gudakesh Motie to continue. So after 16 overs, lazy older ball, 16 overs, 5 maidens, 1 for 39. West after 95 overs, South Africa batting first. They are 290 for 6, batting first, winning the toss. So a number of persons thinking that Motie ball short, but Motie is back onto his stump and played it back to the bowler, and there is no run. He comes in now. Round the wicket, and the batsman, something came across the batsman's face, probably a fly or something. So Envoy is saying that if only the West Indies can go bang bang, we will. We will. You know, if we can go bang bang now and get all 4 wickets and get the one for probably 310, 305, 315. So we need 4 for 25 now. West Indies need to get these next 4 wickets for 25 runs. Motie down the pitch. He yorked himself. That's Mulder using his feet. Come down the pitch after dug out a Yorker. He hasn't bowled well today. He hasn't bowled badly today, but he hasn't bowled as well as I expected him to bowl Athanaze. I think Warrican bowled him, especially early on. Motie bowled to Mulder, who plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. So you wouldn't say it's a bad spell for him today, because yesterday he went for 22 from 3 overs. And today, so far, he has bowled. This will be his 21st over today. Bowled to Mulder, who blocked it to the man at forward short leg, and there is no run. So what with one delivery to come in his 21st over, if you take away those 22 from the 91, that will leave you with 69. So that will leave you with 69 from 21 overs. So just a little over 3 runs and over. Am I right? 22 from 90, 68 and 1, 69. So 69 from 21 overs, although it doesn't get a wicket, that's just a little over 3, 69. So you could call it about 3.25 is going for today. All the other bowlers are going for less than 3.25 today. So he hasn't bowled badly, but I think he's below par. I think I expect a little more from him, definitely, with his bowling. So David Jackson is saying West Indies need to finish off this tail. South Africa must not go on to make 350. Agree with you. I'm so agree with you. I'm so agree with you. So this is good though from Older. This he's bowling 6 overs except for switching end after 3 overs. Ball to Verreynne, he defends down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. So you could call it, this is his 6th over, but he bowled 3 from one end, and then they switched him to the next end. So he has not bowled a spell for more than 3 overs, although you could say that this is 6 over except for that 2 over break. Well, it's 1 over break, eh? It's 1 over break. Let's switch it. Older to Verreynne, defends on the onside of the pitch, goes to mid-on, and there is no run. 290 for 6. The lights are on. It's a little overcast. There are some earlier, probably about half an hour ago, I was seeing clear blue skies, nice, pretty blue skies. But right now where they are showing you where, yes, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think the lights are just precautionary. Hold the ball to Verreynne, leaves alone outside the off stump. That one came back a long way, but it didn't really challenge the off stump. So good leave. There are two leaves in cricket, good leave and bad leave. You know, and that was a good leave. Why? As long as it doesn't hit the stump, it was far from the stump, you know. As long as it doesn't hit the stump, it's always a good leave. If it brushed the stump and the bails come off, it's a bad leave. Even if it doesn't brush the stump, but as it was passing, some breeze blow off the bails, it's still a bad leave. Older to Verreynne defends down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. Just checking all the speed here. It's coming up 120, 128. So that's the fastest he. That's where he is basically has been bowling. 128 is bowling. I don't think I've not seen him. If he bowled faster, it was on occasions when I'm not checking. But on those occasions when I check, he's somewhere between 125 and 128 kilometers per hour. Over the wicket, bowl to Mulder, defends out into the offside, and there is no run. So one to come in Older over. This is his third over in the spell. This is his 17th. His 17th of the innings. He have not bowled more than 3 overs in any single spell, but he has bowled very well. You know, what is happening here now? The umpire is talking to the batsman about running on the pitch, and he's having a long word with him here, a very long word with him here. So this could be serious. He could be reporting him to the match referee. So we are waiting to see. It looks like he's going in his pocket to make a note. The camera came off him. So it's going to be very interesting. He had a long chat with Verreynne. So Envoy, is Verreynne cheating here? Is he deliberately cheating, roughing up the pitch for Maharaj? All the balls to him, he defends out into the offside. That's the end of the over. That's the end of Jason Older, 17th over. 1 for 39, 6 maders. So Older, 17 overs, 6 maders, 1 for 39. Yes, so definitely there. And yes, so that's not good from Verreynne, because Older is just bowling at 128, 125. He's batting way out of his crease, and he's going further down the wicket to just rough it up for Maharaj. That's not very good at all from Verreynne. And the umpire did have a very long chat with him, and you can see it a very, very serious chat. So I was named after the great Collis King. So West Indies cricket is always at my best interest. So nothing but motivation I send to squad. We just need to see competitive cricket. Well said. I appreciate that. Comes forward and onto the offside, and there is no run. Yes, I critique, but I critique when I need to critique. You know, Motie bowls to Mulder, and he blocks it into the offside, and there is no run. Kenroy Simit is saying that I feel this is already too many runs for the West Indies. So that's Kenroy Simit. Motie bowls to Mulder, and he defends out into the offside. Kenroy, I hope not. Yes, 120 to 128 is his range. You know, his average will probably about 124. Christopher Peters, thank you for your comment. Forward come Mulder again. The ball goes to forward short leg, and there is no runs. Yes, I agree with you, Christopher Peters. It appears that his range is between 120 and 128, averaging about 124. Motie bowls to, that's a quicker delivery. The arm ball comes in, the batsman plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. So one more delivery to go. This will be the third consecutive made. What they say about after 5 consecutive made, you usually get a wicket. So let's see. Motie bowled again to Mulder, back on the stump and place it to short mid on. There is no run. The end of the over. At the end of the over, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat first. Late on the second afternoon of this first test match, they are 290 for 6. Envoy, you're saying that he roughing up the pitch so Motie can get some. Envoy, this community is a very intelligent community. Banter is one thing. But then when you say something that is not really, cannot be described as banter, this community is very intelligent and they will laugh at you. They will laugh at you because everyone knows the intention of Verreynne there. Maharaj is going to bowl last on this pitch. So Kemar Roach is replacing Lazy Older. So again, he can only bowl 3 over spells. So Roach comes in now and he just pulled up out of his run-up and decided to go back to the top of his mark. So just going to give you the West Indies bowling figures while Roach goes back to the top of his mark. Kemar Roach, 18 overs, 5 made, 52 for 2. 2 for 52, sorry, wow. So Kemar Roach, 18 overs, 5 made, 2 for 52. Jayden Seals, 20 overs, 5 made, 2 for 49. Gudakesh Motie, none for 91 from 25 overs. Roach over the wicket, down the leg side. Da Silva cannot get there into the boundary for 4 by. So the score moves up to 94 for 6. So that was a very stiff over from Roach there. That was a very stiff delivery, It's a long day in the field. How many overs he bowled yesterday? 6. So this was his 13. Well, it shouldn't all be that stiff. How many overs Roach bowled yesterday? 6, right? He bowled 6 overs yesterday. So this is the 13, the start of the 13. So just 12 from morning. He should not be that stiff. Should not be that stiff, man. Was he stretching before he bowled at first delivery? Let's watch Roach. He comes in now, bowl to Mulder. That's a better delivery. He plays it to the man at a short mid-wicket. That's Warrican. And the score remains at 294 for 6. I would love to see Warrican replace Gudakesh Motie from the other end. That I would definitely love to see that. So Verreynne is on 24 from 59 deliveries. Mulder is on 14 from 33 deliveries. 294 for 6. Verreynne is on strike. Roach over the wicket to Verreynne. He defends down the off side of the pitch. They feel that a straight mid-off or a short extra cover. Field and there is no run. He's catching on the offside. You know where that fielder is on the offside, where he's catching very close to the stump, probably 2/3 down the pitch. So he's very close to the pitch, 2/3 down the pitch from the batsman, and he's there catching. Jason Old, I keep on mixing up Jason Old and Lazy Older. So Lazy Older, 17 overs, 7 made. He bowled well, 1 for 39. Roach over the wicket, bowl to Verreynne, bowl, and he looks to drive, mistime the drive, straight to that man at short extra cover catching, and there is no run. So the score remains at 294 for 6. 294 for 6, the score remains. We're in over number 99. So West Indies thus far has bowled. So this is good from the West Indies. They have bowled 80. This is the 84th over, and they needed to bowl 98 today. So 14 more after this. Will they get it in? No, they're not going to get it in. Bowl that one on the pad, turn it away. So the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. The score remains 294 for 6. So West Indies really bowling well here now. Very well. I love this bowling performance from the West Indies. As I would love to see, definitely want to see Warrican comes into the bowling attack and replace Gudakesh Motie. I think that Warrican have out-bowled Motie today. The numbers will also back up that. Roach over the wicket, ball to Verreynne, and Verreynne defends to that man at short, extra cover, and there is no run. The end of the over by Kemar Roach, except for that 4 by, it's another made over by the West Indies speedster, or you could say medium pacer. So he has now bowled his 19th over, and after bowling 19th over, 6 maiden, 2 for 52. South Africa winning the toss, batting, and after 99 overs are 294 for 6, 294. So that run rate would have gone down, yes, 2.97. It's on the screen there. And that's Envoy saying, why isn't there other West Indies spinner bowling? And I too would like to endorse that. These 2 batsmen really can put you to sleep. They face so many dot balls. Well, it's good going, but we are building up the pressure. Motie will continue though, definitely. That comes in now. Ball to Motie defense. Welcome to the show, Mikyle Douglas. How you doing, my friend? Well, we all know that you're a lazy older loyal listener, so we understand that. But the point you're making, I made that point though. I made that point. But we all know that you're a lazy loyalist. Down the pitch, drive, cannot beat cover, and there is no run. You know? No, there's no technically. Technically, no. Technically, you would have bowled 6 overs from 1, and that is technically. But if you say we can look at it like he bowled 6 over spell, is different. Drive. Down to Laga for a single. The score moves up to 95. So technically, it's not a 6 over spell, but you know, you can be lenient and say it's a 6 over spell because they switch him around. Now, remember, you know, these guys are bright. You'd like to think that these guys are bright. And Motie bowls to Verreynne short, cuts it away, cannot beat the diving effort that the man at cover. They cannot score though. The score remains at 296 for 6. It was Mulder, so they got a singer, I think. Yeah, they got a singer. So Verreynne goes up to 25. Did they get a singer? Who played that shot? Yes, they got a singer. He was on 24. Ball to Mulder, and Mulder defends them the half side of the pitch. I don't like to listen up. If my cricketer, if you do that after the ball, I appeal, you know. I appeal. Suppose you try to tap the ball and then you hit it and it hurt the man and he can't bat. Leave the ball alone, man. Balls to Mulder, full toss. He whips it down to the man, moving smartly. That's looked to be Roach at mid-on. And they go through for another singer. So the scores now move up to 297 for 6 at the end of the over. Warrican should definitely bowl from this end. Definitely bowl from this end. So, Mikyle Douglas, the loyalist, Jason Older loyalist. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having your favorite players, but it's not technically Mikyle. It's sympathetically, you could say, he bowls a 6 over spell. You know, so Sherwin, how fast is Roach bowling? Just about 132, 133. You know, just about that. Roach is in over the wicket now. Ball to Mulder, and Mulder plays this down to mid-on, and there is no runs. Roach really bowling wicket to wicket here. So this is his 20th over of the South African innings. Jason Seals have bowled 20. Gudakesh Motie have bowled 26. Old, as I said, 17. I think Warrican need to bowl more. You know, I wonder about the tactics here because clearly I think Brathwaite is saying that Motie is my number 1 spinner. I understand that, I get that. But you have to be proactive also. Clearly, Warrican is bowling a little better than Motie. Roach bowls to Mulder defense to that man at short mid-wicket, and there is no run. I get that, and I too believe that Motie is the number 1 spinner in the team. So, I do, on the face of it, I do not have any issue with Motie bowling more than Warrican. At the start of the game, I would have expected Motie to bowl more overs than Warrican. Let me put it that way. But looking at how the game is panning out, I would have bowled Warrican more. Roach bowled to Mulder, wicket to wicket again. He plays it down to mid-on and there is no run. The score remains 297 for 6. Yes, so I would have definitely bowled Warrican. Even if Motie had bowled more overs than him, I wouldn't think the gap would be at 12 overs difference. You know, I would not have that gap. 12 overs more than him. When he got a wicket, Motie got none. I definitely don't think so. I wouldn't have it that way. Roach bowls to Mulder and Mulder defends out into the offside and there is no run. That's 128. So I'm going to put on my glasses and check the next delivery for you, Sherwin. That looks to be 128. So we're about 45 minutes remaining in the day's play. The schedule's close should have been 5 o'clock Trinidad time, but they are behind in their overs. They should have bowled, this day they should bowl 98 overs in this day. They have just bowled 80, this is the 86. Roach bowls to Verreynne, just turn that off the pad. The man from square leg comes up on field and he's bowling at 126. That was 126 kilometers per hour. So he and Jason Older is just about the same. Well, he has bowled in the 130s, especially earlier in the day. He did get some deliveries up to 132, 134, thereabout. But clearly, he's not the Kemar Roach that is going to bowl 140 now. So, 298 for 6, West Indies. Verreynne comes on strike. He's on 25. Roach to Verreynne bowls, and he's bowled. No, oh, for a moment I thought he was bowled. It got the inside edge and comes onto the pad. So that was pitched up and Verreynne into the drive, inside edge onto the pad, lobbed out into the offside. No damage done at the end of the over. 298 for 6. Verreynne remains on 25. Mulder remains on 17. And after 101 overs, that's the 86th over of the day's play. Yes, 86 and 15 is 101. 86 overs of the day's play. So technically, 12 overs remaining, but we just have about 13 minutes to go. So they're going to try to extend it to 5:30, see if they can get in as many overs as possible. So Gudakesh Motie continues. I would have definitely loved to see Warrican here now. I want to see another spell from Jayden Seals from the other end. So I would have bowled Warrican from this end. Overall, though, I must say the bowlers have bowled well today. They have bowled well. So despite the overarching Motie bowls to Mulder, who uses his feet, turns it to mid-wicket, cannot beat Seals at mid-wicket, and there's no run. So the overarching thing is that the team bowled well today. There's no getting away from that. Silly point and forward short leg as Mulder defends out into the offside and there is no run. So let it be clear that I'm happy with the way the team bowled today. I'm very clear on that. Motie again bowled short to Mulder. He's off the back foot. He bangs it away down to the cover boundary for 4. So that was short outside the off stump by Gudakesh Motie. Mulder onto the back foot and bang it away down to the cover boundary for 4. Good shot there by Mulder. That takes him up to 21. And that will push the score up to 306. I think it's 306. It's not on the screen now, but it's 306. I remember Verreynne was on 17, right? So that will take him up to 21. And the scores, that's brought up the 300. It was 298, sorry. So a short and wide from Motie. Motie bowled to Mulder and he defends down the pitch. The bowler fielding is followed through. Okay, so let's watch now as Gudakesh Motie comes in bowl to Mulder, peel off the outside edge, beat the dive of the man at first flip. It runs away down to third man. Warrican gave chase and restrict them to one. Good work here by Warrican. And the score is 303 for 6. So that was a good delivery there by Motie. But the batsman really slack on his right hand and get it down in the ground. Nonetheless, a good delivery by Motie, more of those required. The score moves up now to 303 for 6. Let's watch this delivery from Motie to Mulder over Verreynne using his feet, comes down the pitch, plays it back to the bowler. At the end of over number 102, South Africa winning the toss and batting first are 303. 27th over, none for 99, 2 maiders. You have bowled in that. West Indies have bowled Mikyle Douglas. Mr. Forum, I am offended when you say I am a loyalist of a player. I apologize, sir, if I offend you. You know I am stay. I apologize. If I offended you, sir. My loyalty only lies with West Indies. Both of us are in the same boat. I am loyal to no player. Well said. I just analyze the game and all West Indies players with statistics. Yes, so Warrican is going to replace Roach. I would have loved to see Seals bowl from Roach end, but the captain have his own idea. Warrican might just get 4 wickets right now, and we'll be all happy. Warrican to Mulder, forward into the offside. There is no run. Yes, but you have to agree that when you say technically, Mulder bowled 6 overs on the trot, technically is not right. Would you agree with me, Mikyle Douglas, that it is more sympathetically, you could say he bowled 6 overs on the trot? Do you agree? All right, but I apologize if I offend. No arm meant, and that one came back in. The batsman played it out to a forward short leg, and there is no run. The score remains 2-9. Sorry, I was gonna say 299, but it's 303 for 6. The score remains 303 for 6. Warrican bowls long forward, come Mulder, and there is no run. Said, I'm actually rooting for a wicket. These 2 batsmen are putting me to sleep. Come on, West Indies bowlers. Warrican bowls to Mulder and he plays it into the onside. Again, there is no run. The score remains at 303 for 6. What arrogant from Envoy. Real arrogant that he think that 300 is enough. Warrican bowls to Mulder, long forward again, and there is no run. The score remains at 303 for 6. That is sure arrogant. He comes in now. Bowl to down the leg side to Mulder, who turns it away. He's going to run very close to the fine leg boundary. The fielder giving chase, but he cannot get there, and the balls go into the boundary for 4 runs. So that was a wayward deliver from Warrican. Spoiled this over. Turn it away down to the fine leg boundary for 4. 2 fielder gave chase, 1 from first slip. And the man on the 45, the backward square leg boundary, you can guess who it was. He was never going to catch up with it. I don't have to tell you who he was. At no time would you expect him to catch up with it. So the 43, 51, 50, 57. So there are 240 partnership and 3 half-century partnership from the South Africans. And that is how good the West Indies bowl. They never really let the South African get away, although they have 350 partnership. None of those partnership pushed on, along with the 243 runs partnership. So 243, 151, 150, 157. So that those were 5 partnership with good start. But the West Indies stuck to their task and got the wickets. And loud appeal, full toss taken on the pad. As the batsman played across that one, not out, said the umpire. That one looked very interesting to me. I would love to see the replay. Let's see where it hit him. Wow, very interesting. I think that hit him on the foot. Cut it away. Cannot beat backward point as Motie is once again short outside the half stump, and he cuts it away, but cannot beat backward point. Yes, finally there was a boundary. Round the wicket, ball to Verreynne, who strokes this to mid wicket. Just whip it away to mid wicket. He cannot score. The score remains at 308 for 6. So that's Silva trying to jeer up the team here now. Mulder. So that one was on the pad and he just swung it away down behind square for 4. I definitely think that it's time for Motie to hold his sweater. Give Seals a few more overs. Give Seals a 3-over spell. Lazy older need to bowl a 2-over spell here. I want to see. All right. Let's watch this delivery from Motie bowls to Mulder, and Mulder places out into the offside, and there is no run. For a moment, I thought that went through the gap. So at the end of the one to come in the over, 311 for 6. So that's the end of the over. Yes, that's the end of the over. At the end of over number 104, so West Indies have bowled 89 overs in the days played thus far. And it's getting very, very overcast. So what I would do as a strategy now from the end which Motie is bowling from, I would give Seals 2 overs. Then I will give Lazy Older 2 overs. Then I'll give Roach 2 overs. Well, probably we don't need so many because, yes. So what I'll do, I'll give Seals 2 overs. Then I'll give Lazy Older 2 over, and that should take us to the end of the day's play from Gudakesh Motie end. Warrican bowls to Mulder, and Mulder plays it down the onside of the pitch, and there is no run. So that would be my strategy from Gudakesh Motie end. The last thing I want to see right now is Athanaze or Brathwaite bowling. Comes in now, round the wicket, bowls to Mulder, and Mulder drives down to that man at the wideish long off for a single, and the score moves up now to 212 for 6. Kavem Hodge left arm orthodox spin. Well, it would be the third orthodox spinner, so that's why I'm just have my reservation about bowling. Warrican bowl to Verreynne, who swept this away down to Lazy Older on the backward square leg boundary, who picks it up and send a wayward return into the keeper, who misses the keeper, had to back up into the onside, and they got a single. The score moves up to 313 for 6. Warrican to Mulder. It's in bowl to Mulder, and Mulder defends out into the offside. That's where he needs to keep it. And so the score is 313 for 6. Warrican again comes in now to bowl to Mulder. Is in bowl to Mulder, and Mulder is forward. Plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. 313 for 6. One to come in over number 5, and that will be 90 for the day. But they were to bowl 98 today. Warrican bowls to Mulder, and Mulder drives through the covers. Magnificent shot. 4 runs into the boundary here for 4. So Warrican over pitching that one. Mulder quickly onto the front foot and drove it sweetly through the cover, pierced the gap down to the boundary for 4. He went now, moves up now to 20 to 31. Is that 31? The score will now moves up now to 317. So he's on 31 as he drove that magnificently through the covers down to the boundary for 4. And definitely the South Africans now just picking off the West Indies bowlers late into the evening. So Brathwaite, which I never want to see, I never want to see this, but he's into the attack. I would have definitely go with Seals for 2 more overs, and then I'll bring, if after Seals, I'll bring back Lazy Older for 2 more overs. Because the problem with the West Indies bowling attack, whether you think it or not, Older bowling 17 overs is an issue. While everyone else bowl, so Warrican should have bowled 20 overs. Older should have bowled at least 20 overs. And then Brathwaite wouldn't be needed to bowl here because actually, he would not need to bowl here because he would have a fresher Seals and he would have a fresher Roach. If Jason Older had bowled 20 overs and Warrican had bowled 20 overs, both Seals and Roach would have been fresher and Brathwaite would not have to be bowling here. I want to say again, it has been a good performance from the West Indies bowlers today. It has been, but Andrew is just a deeper analyst of the situation, but it was a good performance. Brathwaite bowls to Verreynne and he cuts it away, down towards cover, into the boundary for 4. No pressure whatsoever on the South African batsman. Motie is not bowling well, or we should say as well as we expect him to. But it is better Motie is bowling at 75% more than Brathwaite bowling. There's no body in the delivery. There's no action on the delivery. Look at him now. Comes in. Nothing at all. He's just tossing it up. And the batsmen are just picking him off. How can this get wicket? Down towards cover. This is not good at all. This is not cricket. Well, it is cricket, but this is not the intensity which you want to see your West Indies team playing. Not the intensity. Brathwaite bowls to Mulder, who clipped this away to the man at straight mid-on, and there is no run. And the other thing too, you could say that, let's watch the final delivery from Brathwaite. He comes in now, bowl to Mulder, and Mulder turn this into the onside, and there is no run. The other thing too is that Kavem Hodge is on the field. Yes, you bowl 2 left-arm spinner already, but Kavem Hodge is going to be more effective than you, Brathwaite. Although he's another left-arm spinner, it's another variety of left-arm spinner. He isn't the same as Motie. He isn't the same as Warrican, as the South African brings up their 4th 50-run partnership of the match, of the first innings. The bottom line is that Kavem Hodge, although he's another left-arm spinner, is more effective than you, Brathwaite, and he's more effective than Athanaze. So you should have really bowling him instead of yourself. So at the end of that over, 322 for 6. Envoy saying, this is what I like to see. We are starting to pull away. Well, boy, you banter us all day today, Envoy. Hope to see at least one of these boys here tomorrow. All right, that's fair. You're a South African. I hope that we can get these wickets. We have bowled 91 overs so far in the day's play. 23 minutes remaining. So 23 minutes remaining in the day's play. About 23 or about 25 minutes remaining in the day's play. Donald Popo, good afternoon, man. Glad to have you here. I appreciate you here. Just about 25 minutes remaining in the day's play, and I hope we can get the 4 wickets. Let's look at the field. There's a slip, a backward point, a cover, a short extra cover. I assume there's a sweep on the cover boundary and there's a long off. There's a mid-on, a short mid-wicket, and a backward square leg. Warrican bowls to Verreynne and he defends down the onside of the pitch, and there is no run. That one touching down just about on mid-stump. Warrican round the wicket to Verreynne. He comes in now, bowl to Verreynne, that one and mid and off. He plays it back down the pitch. The bowler fielding is follow through, and there is no run. So there's one slip. That's the only fielder that is close to the bat apart from the wicket keeper. So they're making some adjustment here. I'd love to see the forward short leg. We are getting very close to the end of the Warrican. Round the wicket, bowl to Verreynne. Use his feet down the pitch. Drive. Cannot beat the man at short extra cover. Check drive. And there is no run. The score remains at 322 for 6. So 322 for 6. Warrican now. Round the wicket. He's going to bowl to Verreynne, who's on 35. He comes in, bowl to him, full toss. He swung it away down to the square leg boundary for 4. So that was a full toss. He just reached it out and just swept it away down to the square leg boundary for 4. This is a tired performance by the West Indies team. Absolutely tired performance. Clearly, this is a team that, although bowling well for 6 hours, this extra half hour now they're really looking ragged. Really looking ragged for this 6 half hour. It's like it's like the wheels are coming off in this final half hour here. They need to pull it back. They need to pull it back. Warrican comes in now. Bowl to Verreynne. He's in bowl to Verreynne. That's a much better delivery. Defense down the half side of the pitch, and there is no run. 326 for 6. Verreynne on 29. Mulder is on 31. Warrican round the wicket, bowl to Verreynne, use his feet, dug down a Yorker to mid on, and there is no run. So he just chipped down the pitch and yorked himself, and he dug it out, and it goes down to mid on, and there is no run. One to come from Warrican. He's starting to get a little expensive in this latter stage here. This is a poor spell from Warrican, not as well as he bowled earlier today. And this says a lot about their fitness. A lot about their fitness. At the end of the over, South Africa, 107 over, South Africa, 326 for 6, and their fitness. Goodwin Brown is saying, West Indies need a captain to lead the team. Brathwaite is in bold, off the back foot, go Mulder, can't beat cover, and there is no run. Brathwaite like to bowl too much, and he is not a bowler. So definitely there, Goodwin Brown making himself heard there, just like me, not happy with Brathwaite bowling here, as he just tosses up that one. Nothing on the delivery. Absolutely nothing on the deliveries. Those deliveries cannot get no one out unless the batsman make a mistake. He's just tossing it up there. Rubbish. This is lollipop. Rubbish. You remember when Carl Hooper used to bowl and Jeffrey Boycott used to call him lollipop? Well, this is not lollipop. This is snowball. This is snowball. This is rubbish from Brathwaite. And I'm not afraid to say it. This is not cricket. This is not test cricket bowling. This is rubbish. Rubbish. As the batsman pulled that away, down to Older on the backward square leg boundary, they got a single. So Brathwaite with his rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Nonsense this. After such a brilliant day in the field, a wonderful day in the field, top class test cricket, the West Indies captain chose to spoil it at the end. Like, he cannot have a good day. He doesn't want to have a completely good day. This is nonsense from the West Indies captain. Absolute rubbish. Rubbish. South Africa 327 for 6. So the next over will start. At the end, before the next over, so West Indies have bowled 108 overs for the 108 overs so far. They have bowled 93 overs thus far in the day's play. So they are only 5 behind. And so they're going to go very close to the number that is required today 9. They should end at 113, right? They should end at 113. So they're going to go very close to that. So let's see if a proper bowler is going to bowl this over now. St. Elmore Alls is saying he's agree with Goodwin. So let's watch Warrican. Hi, bro. Why do we have a vice captain? Well, isn't it protocol that we always have a vice captain so that if the captain has to leave the field, Warrican round the wicket, bowl to Mulder, he blocks it out into the offside, and there is no run. Warrican bowl to Mulder, and Mulder drive. Cannot be, yes, there's a misfield there, and they get a single. So there's a misfield, and they get a single. So the wheels are coming off here late in the evening, and this is where your fitness level tested. Well, you should be able to find it on the internet. The definition of physical fitness. Warrican balls pop back to him. He's out caught as he taking the catch. Yes. So Verreynne goes a soft dismissal. He just pop it back to Warrican. And so West Indies have picked up their 7th wicket. Warrican got in his 2nd of the match. And South Africa are 328 for 7. And can West Indies go bam bam? So it was a nothing delivery. And he just pop it back to Warrican. He took the catch low down. This time making no mistake. He dropped one earlier when he had Rickelton dropped off his own bowling. But on this occasion, Kyle Verreynne gone for 39. And yet again, another partnership past 50 and did not kick on. South Africa 328 for 7. Warrican getting his 2nd wicket of the match. Well bowled, Warrican. And so, Envoy saying this last 30 minutes will really cost the West Indies later on in this match. So I only hope that Brathwaite doesn't continue. If Seals is too tired, and he shouldn't be tired because he bowled 15 overs in a day's play, you should be able to bowl more than that as a pace bowler. Roach is the same thing. He only bowled 14 overs today. Lazy Old only bowled 15 too. So a fit team, all of those bowlers should have been able to bowl more than 15 overs for the day. A fit. Look at Rabada tomorrow. He's going to bowl more than 15 overs for the day. Look at it. Because West Indies is going to bat out the day tomorrow. But I bet you any money that Rabada is going to bowl more than 15 overs in the day's play. I bet you Ndidi is going to bowl more than 15 overs in the day's play. That being said, however, if none of the 3 fast bowlers cannot bowl the next over, Brathwaite should not bowl. He should either let Motie bowl or let Kavem Hodge bowl, because those bowlers are far more effective than the nothing that Brathwaite is bowling. Oh, is it again? Yes! He's out caught again! Oh, 1 ball here for Maharaj. Bowl and caught again. Warrican, this pitch is taking bowl and caught. So Warrican, bowl to Maharaj off the back foot, and he pops it back to the ball and he's caught. Wow, Warrican getting 2 and 2, 2 bowl and caught, and all of a sudden South Africa are 328 for 8. Warrican getting 2 consecutive bowl and caught. What a match we have here now. Can we wrap up the innings this evening? It would be so nice, because West Indies is not going to bat again for this evening. West Indies definitely not going to bat again for this evening. So Warrican is on fire. He's on a hat-trick. Let's read some comments here. I know that these comments came in before the wickets, but I'm just going to breeze through them. But I just want to make sure that I read your comments. So Collis Richards, who has been with us all day. I just hope West Indies players are taking notes that these teams are batting all day and not throwing away their wickets. Really getting sloppy from the West Indies, says Envoy. And so, yes, I think I read that comment already. Mikyle Douglas is saying, let me see if Brathwaite is going to bowl again. Well, that's the point I was making. Yes, Mikyle Douglas. Yes. If Brathwaite bowl the next over, he should remove as captain with immediate effect. So Rabada is a new batsman. He's a left-hander, so this is going to change the angle. Envoy, you're upset. Why? What was that shot, Verreynne? Just show his wicket away. Well, it happens. It happens. Mr. Casanova is saying they are piling on the runs on us, sadly. Yes, as I know these comments came in before the 2 wickets, so let me see now. Yes, Envoy, bang, bang, we have gone. So I'm going to look at the field. I'm coming back to so there's a slip. All right, so there are 2 men under the bat. One on the offside, one on the onside. What do you call it? Still mid off, forward short leg. There's a slip, there's a leg slip, there's a gully. Balls to blocked it to the man at 4, silly mid off, and there is no run. So Rabada just blocking that one to the man at silly mid off. And all of a sudden, West Indies is on fire here. 328 for 8. Let's watch as Warrican comes into Rabada, and Rabada is forward, edge caught. Oh, was he dropped? Did Lazy Older drop that one? It's running away down to third man. I'm looking forward to see the replay. Warrican is not happy. He doesn't look happy. I'm looking forward to see the replay. 330 for 8. So let's look at this. Rabada comes forward off the edge. I am not seeing it. Did it? It is a spinner. Should Lazy Older have taken that catch? Oh, he should have taken it. It dropped short of him, but it's a spinner bowling. Lazy Older has to come forward and take that catch. Has to, man. It's a spinner bowling. He has to come forward and take that catch. Have to. So, Mikyle Douglas is saying, my father needs to apologize to Warrican. But Mikyle Douglas, you were in the chat and you heard what I said about Warrican. So yes, so he's bringing back Seals, and this is what we are saying. We only need 2 overs from Seals. Only 2 overs, and by the 2 overs, yes, so he's gonna bowl one now, Warrican bowl the other one, and then he close it out. I don't think we'll get more than 3 overs for the remainder of the days. Like more than that, we will. Yes, your father definitely needs to. Not only your father, Mikyle, but do I need to apologize to him too? Roger Tracy need to apologize to him too. They need to. Roger Tracy, Dwight, Basil Butcher, all of them need to apologize to him. Seals over the wicket, balls to Mulder, turns it to a short mid-wicket, and there is no run. Almost everybody in the chat need to apologize to Warrican. Almost all of them. St. Elmore Halls, you always come here with your foolishness. It's a Caribbean culture to give people nickname. So I don't know what you're talking about respect. How do I disrespect older? It's a culture in the Caribbean that people get nickname. You always come here and behave like you're elite and above board. Cut away, down toward backward point. The fielder comes across. Everybody's having a good day. And you're coming here about having a little respect for our older name. How do we disrespect him to call him Lazy Older? It's a culture in the Caribbean that people have nickname. So what if I give him a nickname? How is that disrespectful? How is that disrespectful? You just always come in here try to nitpick and always getting it wrong. He sent Elmore. Yeah. He survived the hat-trick. Lovely. Thank you, Older. You absolute beauty. Also, you see, Envoy. Round the wicket, balls to Rabada, dubbed out Ayaka, well bowled Seals, and there is no run. You know, isn't a Caribbean culture to give people nickname? What's your nickname, St. Elmore? What is your nickname? You're not going to tell us. How can it be? How can it be disrespectful? It's a culture in the Caribbean to give people nickname. We all have nickname. Some of us don't like it. Some of us cry. What does that mean here? It's not coming. Oh, it's finally coming. Ball to, that's a short delivery through to the keeper, and there's no run. Rabada just duck and allows it to go through. I totally agree with you. He will bowl pretty close to 20 overs if West Indies occupy the crease the whole day. Yes, Patrick Lambert, I believe so too. Yes, Dean the man. Yes, I really hope that he clean up these 2 wickets now. But you know, if I had to rate the West Indies performance today, I would give them 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, honestly. Seals round the wicket to Rabada. Rabada defends a short delivery. It goes away down to third man. Roach jogs after it, and they will come back for 2. He jog away from backward point. Never going to prevent the 2. The score moves up now to 333 for 8. So 333 for 8. Is it? Yes, 333 for 8. As one to come in this over from Jayden Seals. I think we might just get 2 overs after this one. So West Indies is going to bowl very close to that 198 overs that were required. They're going to probably have overshot. Seals comes in. Round the wicket, bowl to Rabada. Rabada pulls this away. Short delivery, pull it away. Down to fine leg for 4. It goes into the boundary now for 4. And so that will take the score up to 337 at the end of the over. So I guess either Seals or Roach or Lazy Older will have to bowl 1 more over from that end. So it was short and it was just pulled away down to the boundary for 4. The field should be set to dry up the runs when the bowlers can't get a wicket. I agree with you, Goodwin, and as I said, I would have given them 9 out of 10 today. Warrican drop a catch. I think Lazy Older should have dived forward. It's a spinner bowling. He should have dived forward and take that catch. Brathwaite should not have bowled himself. The 5 overs that Brathwaite bowled was 5 overs of nothing. Absolute rubbish. You know, if he has to rest the bowlers, he should have bowled Hodge, although Hodge is bowling the same thing as Warrican and Motie. As Warrican comes into Mulder, who drives back down the pitch to the bowler who fields, and there is no run. Comes in now to bowl to Mulder. Bowl to Mulder, and Mulder swept down behind square, straight to Lazy Older, who jogs in field, and he jogs in. He didn't send the return in. He's too lazy just to bowl the return in right away. So he has to jog in, bite sometimes so that he gather back his breath before, you know, he let off the ball. So he said, bro, we haven't had a fit team since 1997, only Bravo. Well, I think there are other players who have been fit apart from Bravo, but I get the bigger picture that you are making. But we have persons that are fit apart from Bravo. Ball to Rabada, and Rabada pops it back again, but this time it is short. So there's something that Warrican is doing with the ball, which see the batsman keep on hitting it back in the air towards him. Warrican round the wicket, ball to Rabada, and Rabada beaten outside the off stump, through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains at 338 for 8. Let's watch Warrican as he comes in now, ball to Rabada, and he swept this away Down backward a square leg for 4. He just swept it away down to the backward square leg boundary for 4. So Rabada, I wondering, we know that he's going to play a shot. And so 4 more runs. So that should take it up now to 342 for 8. 342 for 8. He's not going to die wondering. A little too full there, and he swept it away. It's forward, and he plays it back down the pitch to the bowler, who feel the end of the over. More than likely, the final over of the day's play coming up. I want to take your comment, but there's something that I want to point out. 5 minutes remaining. So I don't know. Probably might get the 2 overs in. 2 overs more need to bowl to complete the day's play. Yes. We probably might get it in. It's left to be seen. I think the West Indies should be rushing to get the 2 overs, trying to get the 2 wickets. There's something I want to explain before I take your comment. Just now, Rabada swept. The man had forward short leg. If you look back at it, as Rabada played the sweep shot, he stood up. That's the man at forward short leg. He didn't stood straight right up, but he was coming up as the sweep shot was played. That was poor. That was wrong. And I hope the coaches are looking on and teaching him. So off the back foot there, ball to mold, and he strokes it down to the cover boundary. They will go through for a single. The score moves up to 343 for 8. West Indies will have to bat good. As he see the batsman playing the sweep shot, he should have taken the fetal position with his head, the helmet, pointing towards the batsman. Instead of getting up straight, he should have made himself as small a target as possible. By getting up and standing up straight, he created a broader surface area. Round the wicket, Seals to Rabada defend out and to the offside. So I hope you understand. By him standing up, he made himself a bigger target. What he should have done is to take the fetal position like a baby in the womb, and his head pointing, the helmet pointing towards the batsman. So he should have gone down like this, with the helmet pointing toward the batsman. That's the protective position. When he stood up, he made himself a bigger target and could have been hit anywhere. I hope the coaches are looking at these things and pointing out these things, because as Seals comes in, bowl to Rabada, he defends out into the offside. So, because sometimes, these things are not taught to them, but as it happened in a match situation, you as the coach, you wrote down that and you talk to them about that. So instead, you can look back at the replay as you see it. As Rabada swept, he was getting up, but he should not have getting up. He should have been going to as low to the ground as possible, adopt the fetal position, and his head, the helmet, should be pointing towards the batsman, the top of the helmet, and so it's almost like he's trying to get his body, his entire body, beyond the helmet. As Rabada plays that one to mid-on, and there is no run. So let me just run through your comment. South Africa here, Alexander Norsis, welcome to the show. We hope to have you here tomorrow. Glad that you are joining. Envoy has been bantering us all day. All day. When is Rabada going to do his wild slug? Well, he did one just now. Yes, Mikyle, we want them to clean up the tail. So let's watch Rabada. Let's watch Seals comes in now. He bowls to Rabada, and that's a short rising delivery, and the batsman flinches and it drops down in front of him. Good here by Jayden Seals. The score is 343 for 8. All right, so my St. Elmore Alls is saying, so you can't see that is disrespectful? All right. St. Elmore All, can't you see that to give people nickname in the Caribbean is a culture? You remember when the senior West Indies coach was to be selected after Phil Simon resigned? The present captain, Kraigg Brathwaite, said, we need a coach that understands the culture of the Caribbean. Round the wicket, ball to Rabada, beaten outside the half stump. I think that's the end of the day's play. That should be end of the day's play. Will we get one more over? It looked like we'll get in another over, or are they coming off? No, one more over. So it looks like we'll get in the allotted over. So one more over to be bowled by Warrican. So St. Elmore Alls, how is it disrespectful? It's a culture in the Caribbean that you give. And, you know, St. Elmore All, I know that St. Elmore All, you know, let me leave it here. Because no matter what you do, person will have a different opinion. But I'm sure 5% of the persons in this community don't agree with you that it is disrespectful to call somebody a nickname. I'm sure. And so Patrick Lambert there, Athena is welcoming Alexander. Athena is saying that the nickname for Sir Roberts was Parrot Toes. Yes, you know, so thank you, Athena. You know. So the final over of the day's play, it has been bowled by Warrican. So there's 4 deliveries to come. So let's watch these last 4 deliveries from Warrican. So he's bowling to Mulder. There's a slip, a silly mid off, and a forward short leg ball to Mulder. He defends out into the offside, and there is no run. So 3 deliveries to come. 343 for 8. Not a bad effort here by the West Indies. Warrican bowls to Mulder, and Mulder clipped this away. Through mid-wicket. Brathwaite run to his right field, underarm the return in, and they go through for a single. 344 now for 8. Mulder is on 37. He bats at 8 in this match, but there are a number of times that in Test cricket he has batted at 6 for South Africa. So Rabada is going to face up to Warrican for the last 2 deliveries. So there's a slip coming in, there's a leg slip, there's a forward short leg, there's a silly mid-off, there's a short cover, there's a mid-off, and there's a mid-on and a short mid-wicket. Warrican round the wicket, ball to Rabada is right out to that one, place it down to the man at short extra cover who fields, and there is no run. Athena is saying Valburn, older was Mango head. Warrican ball the final delivery of the day's play to Rabada, who plays it down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. He puts his bat under his arm. The umpire takes out the stumps. That's the end of the day's play. South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. 15 overs were bowled on the first day, and South Africa were 45 for 1 at the end of the 15 overs after rain fell and washed out the rest of the day's play. Today, they faced 98 overs and scored 3 runs per over. Just about. At the end of yesterday, they were scoring at 3 runs per over. And it's the same thing today. Just about 3 runs per over. 98 overs, 344. That's just, it's about 3.02 or 3.03. It's I hope it come up on the screen, but it's somewhere there, somewhere between 3.03 and 3.05 runs per over for the day. So they faced 98 overs today. They scored 299 runs, lost 7 wickets. I believe the West Indies bowlers stuck to their task very well. Let me just run through the scorecard for you. Remind you that Aiden Markram was the first to go. He was out bowled by Jason Older from yesterday. Today, Tristan Stubbs was the first to go. He made 20. Tony Zorzi made 78. Bedingham then went. He made 29. Temba Bavuma was out leg before off Seals for 86. He has been the top scorer in the innings so far. 182 deliveries, 7-4-1-6. Rickelton, he out leg before to Roach for 19. Kyle Verreynne caught and bowl Warrican for 39. Keshav Maharaj caught and bowl Warrican for naught. At that stage, Warrican was on a hat-trick. Bowling for the West Indies, Warrican was a leading bowler, but I'll get to him shortly. Kemar Roach, 20 overs, 6 maiden, 2 for 53. Jayden Seals, 22 overs, 5 maiden, 2 for 57. Gudakesh Motie, 28 overs, 2 maiden, none for 103. Jason Older, 17 overs, 7 maiden, 1 for 39. Jomel Warrican, 20 overs, 2 maiden, 3 for 66. He was a pick of the bowlers. Brathwaite bowled 5. Brathwaite turned his arm over for 5 overs. Alick Athanaze turned his arm over for 1 over. So the West Indies bowlers, by and large, they stuck to their task today. They fielded well. I would give them a 9 out of 10 for today in the field. But as I said, they bowl well, they fielded well, but South Africa also batted well and field well. It's Test cricket. You expect that your opposition will bat well and field well. We hope that come tomorrow, West Indies we hope that come tomorrow, West Indies will be able to bat properly and get very close to this South African total sometime on Saturday. I do not think that we'll pass it tomorrow, but hopefully on Saturday, West Indies will still be batting. It was indeed a good day's play. St. Elmore all is saying, you like anyone to call you? Oh, St. Elmore, I'm telling you, I'm way too mature. I'm way too mature to let those things bother me, man. Way too mature to let those things bother me. And to be honest, St. Elmore Alls, the things that people call me and say about me on this platform, you'll be surprised, they say some real awful things sometimes, but it doesn't bother me. Yes, man. There's envy, there's hatred. So I'm telling you the truth, my friend. St. Elmore All, I'm past the stage. When I was a little boy, they used to call me a nickname and it used to make me cry. But I passed those stages, man. I'm far more mature. And, I'm far more mature than that. St. Elmore's All, man. Hopefully tomorrow we will score an extra 50 runs for our last 2 wickets. We hope not. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm happy that you spent the day here. I'm glad that I was able to spend the day here with you, bringing you almost 4 hours of watch along, maybe more than 4 hours. Yes, more than 4 hours. Please, though, support the channel, support our hurricane relief effort. Slash a like on the video, click on that subscribe button. See you tomorrow. I don't think I'll be here for the morning session. I won't be here for the morning session, but hopefully from after lunch I'll be here. It's not likely that I'll hear from the morning session. Maybe, but at this stage, not likely. So have a great day, everyone. Please have a good evening and see you tomorrow sometime.